Red flag that I seen a guy is having a mom, and even worse, having a sister.
Guys? One time I was talking to this guy and someone attempted to murder him and he got hit by a car and that just it gave me the ick.
What's your biggest turnoff in guys?
Probably when they don't work out.
The other day, I discovered this TikTok account who is currently collecting a massive list of every single dating ick that people have posted on the platform. And some of them are so ridiculous that they don't even make any logical sense at all. And so I decided to take a look to see how dumb these TikTok dating icks could really get. Are you actually serious? Your boyfriend has lost his arm. He is an amputee. Why don't you just help him get the hat on? Why can't you just, instead of filming him struggle to get his hat on, why don't you just use your own hands and help him get his hat on? And look at the caption. Gross. Hashtag ick. Hashtag the ick. Hashtag walking ick. Hashtag amputee. You even put it into the amputee category. So now all the other amputees on TikTok are going to see this. This is getting out of hand. Okay, wait a second. This is getting out of hand. That is, okay, you are messed up. Whoever commented this is messed up.
So I went on a first date and a car was about to hit me and he grabbed me and pulled me away. And I don't know why, but that just gave me the ick. Because it's literally the first date. Why are you so obsessed with me? It was just so desperate. And it's play it cool.
So you just want me to just let you get hit by a car. Okay, you know, next time, instead of pulling you out the way, I'm gonna shove you into the car. I'm gonna shove you not only just into oncoming traffic, but when we're in the subway, you're getting yeeted onto the tracks. But her reasoning is because it's the first day and it seems so obsessed and desperate. Okay, you know what? It's starting to make a little bit of sense, but not when it's when you're about to get hit by a car. Maybe I can understand you shouldn't be so desperate on the first date in other situations, but you're about to get hit by a car, bro. He was protecting the car.
One time I was talking to this guy and someone attempted to murder him and he got hit by a car and that just it gave me the ick. You have to limp off and cry.
And I try to crawl.
So this guy that you're on a date with, he gets hit by a car, and then your first thought is to not help him up, to call the ambulance or anything, but you just think about how it just gives you the ick. It gave you the ick because you just saw him walking off, limping off, trying to get to safety. That's the only thing she can remember from that night. She doesn't even remember who the perpetrator was. She doesn't even know whether he actually made it out alive, and he doesn't even know whether he's actually okay today and whether he still has any sustained injuries. All she can remember is that he was just limping off really weirdly. But what are you even meant to do in that situation? Okay, so first of all, you can just not get attempted murdered, or number two, if you are a victim of attempted murder, you can just not limp off weirdly. You just crawl away. But no, but that will give you the ick as well. You know what? What do you just allow yourself to just die? Would that not give you the ick?
Red flag that I seen a guy is having a mom, and even worse, having a sister.
Damn. You want me to be an orphan? Well, unfortunately, I have both a mom and a sister.
Oh wow. Do you have any aunts?
3.
Wow. Is your grandma still alive?
One of them's gone. Yeah, the other one's still here.
All right. Red.
What is wrong with this person? She just does not want us to have any female family members. How am I supposed to not have a mom? Am I just meant to not be born in the first place, or am I just meant to be an orphan? The parents sort of died or something, like Bruce Wayne type beat. But why would you have an issue with that? Why would it be an issue if you have a mom? What is the mom going to do? Because it's not it's a Alabama type beat where you're gonna be doing the stuff inside the family. You know, you get me. But she even goes on about the aunts. She asks if you have an aunt or grandmas. But what are you gonna do with the grandma? Why would it be an issue? It's not you're gonna be hooking up with the grandma. It's not the grandma is going to be a obstruction between you and the woman. But this is literally her reaction to the guy telling her that he has a mom and a sister still. What? But if I ever met someone who just asked me if I had a mom, sister, all that stuff and said that was a red flag, immediately I'm gone. I'm dipped before the words have even left her mouth. She doesn't want the women in his life to point out all her red flags. Okay, yeah, that's probably the reason why. She wants Batman. Bro, that's exactly what I was saying before. Wait, maybe she actually genuinely does want Batman. Maybe she thinks that someone who's an orphan and whose entire family has died, maybe she finds those people attractive. Maybe it's not the fact that they're female family members. Maybe it's the fact that she wants someone who's just been through a lot of trauma.
What's your biggest turnoff in guys?
Probably when they don't work out.
Oh, really?
And stuff, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna say this in the most polite and respectful way possible, but it does not look like you work out yourself. And so you are literally your own red flag. This doesn't make sense at all. Because why are you saying that like this is a red flag in other people when you are not even adhering to your own thing? Like, isn't that like sort of like counterintuitive? Because let's just like consider why like not working out would be a red flag for her. So maybe she thinks men who don't work out, they don't take care of themselves, they aren't disciplined, they aren't all this stuff. But then like at the same time, like, aren't you like not really taking care of yourself? No offense, of course, in the most respectful way possible. It doesn't really look like you're taking care of yourself. I feel like it's sort of a red flag having red flags against other people when you don't even adhere to the red flags yourself. When they don't work out the mouth. Okay, that is crazy. She is definitely working out her mouth and her... Okay, what did Mrs. Puff say? Okay, that is insane. You know what? When I first saw her, I did sort of think she looked like a bit of a cartoon character, but I just couldn't pin the tail on the donkey. Now, wait a damn minute. Wait, don't you mean wait a damn minute? You get it like W-E-G-T-E? Wait, how do you... Wait?
What is the biggest ick for a guy?
When he has a birthday.
When he has a birthday.
Yes, if he celebrates his birthday.
Okay, great. So we are just not allowed to be born anymore. That how are we even meant to exist if we're not even born? What? How does this make any sense? This man literally asks her like the biggest ick a man can have, and it's literally having a birthday. Like not even like any of like the other like major red flags. She goes straight to the point. She just does not like people who have birthdays. But then she clarifies. She says if he celebrates if he celebrates his birthday, but then. How does that make it even better? Like most people do celebrate their birthday, no? Like I celebrate my birthday, even though it's like not huge celebrations, like we do at least acknowledge it. But how does that create an ick? Like is it cringe to celebrate your birthday in 2025? But I feel like some people would have the ick of people who just do not celebrate their birthday. Like they found it kind of weird how people don't celebrate their birthday. So that would be like a reverse ick. What can be done? Okay, let's see what can be done. Be nothing, learn to not exist and transcend to a different dimension, but I don't know what that might also be an ick. Okay.
What are your biggest icks?
Definitely like when men just talk, or if you're talking to me, like fuck off. It's
So when a man talks to you, that's an ick.
yeah.
So
Okay, great. We can't even talk anymore. So what are we meant to do? Are we just meant to just sit there staring at a wall, just saying nothing for 12 hours straight? How are we even meant to do anything? What? So she wants us to go on dates with them without saying a single word. Isn't that an ick in itself? Like not really talking much during a date? That's a bit of an ick, no? And what are you meant to do if it's like a first date? Like you just met this person. Are you only just meant to communicate on text? Like, are you meant to just whip out your phone and start texting them even though they're like standing right in front of you? Is it the fact that like they're talking, or is it the fact that like the frequencies of the voice are just like giving you the ick? Like what is wrong with the talking? So she explains that if you're talking to me, just fuck off. So I think it's what she means is that so she's like sort of in a bar or something, or like in a club or nightclub or something, and then there's like a dude that sort of comes up to her, tries to hit on her, just starts talking to her. I feel like, okay, yeah, I can sort of understand. It must be pretty annoying if like people always do that to you, come up to you like that. But then in like a dating situation, that's like, it's impossible. It's impossible to just not talk. Sign language. Oh, okay. You know what? You could learn sign language. Okay, so say if there was like a smoking hot woman that I was like extremely attracted to, but her ick was men who talk. And so would I be willing to learn sign language in order to communicate with her and to uphold that relationship? Probably not, to be honest.
What gives you the ick?
What?
What gives you the ick?
Oh, boys who shower in like with their bare feet.
Supposed to be wearing shoes.
I mean, just seeing boys in the shower bare feet, like it just gives me the ick.
They're supposed to wear socks in the shower. What?
Bro, how else are we meant to shower? What do you want us to wear shoes in the shower? Maybe I can understand, like, if you're in like a public shower, there's like a lot of like diseases on the ground, and so you maybe have to wear Crocs or something to shower. But if you're in your own home, why is it an issue showering with bare feet? And how do you know whether they are showered with bare feet unless you're in there with them? And won't you be using your bare feet as well? So she says that seeing boys in the shower with bare feet gives her the ick. But when are you seeing that? Like, are boys sending you feet pics in the shower? And even if you are seeing it in real life, are you just like standing off to the side of the bathroom while your man just showers and then he has bare feet? And also, how does she think of this so quickly? Because he repeats the question for her because she doesn't understand the first time, but when he asks her the second time, she's got it locked and loaded. This is the first thing in her mind. Why are you just thinking about this constantly?
What's your biggest red flag in a guy?
When he's one of the boys. Yeah.
So he just can't have any mates?
So So you want a boyfriend that just does not have any friends. Isn't that an ick in itself? Like imagine like dating someone who's just a complete loner, has no friends at all. Like that would be the biggest ick, no? But why would you even want that? Like why would you want to have a boyfriend that just doesn't even have any friends at all? Like maybe like I can understand like if you want him to spend 100% of his time with you, but then isn't that an ick in itself? Like if he's always like so clingy and he has none of his own friends to hang out with and he always just wants to spend 100% of time with you, like that is an ick in itself. But to be fair, like when she says when he's one of the boys, so like that doesn't necessarily mean like that like he has friends. Maybe it means that like he spends too much time with his friends and so he'd rather spend his time with the boys rather than with his girlfriend. So maybe I can understand it from like that angle, but other than that, like why would you want someone who just doesn't have friends?
What gives you the ick?
When a boy puts a seatbelt on in the car, it repulses me.
This is actually stupid for a number of reasons. So first of all, in Australia, if you're not wearing your seatbelt and a police officer catches you, that is a very hefty fine, and I do not want to pay that fine. Secondly, it's pretty unsafe to not wear a seatbelt in the car. Seatbelts save lives, so why would you not wear your seatbelt? So she'd rather have a boyfriend who just gets severely injured in a car accident rather than someone who's just safe in the car accident. Maybe that's attractive to her. Maybe she finds people who actually, okay, maybe she finds people who are like sort of like daredevils attractive, okay? And she says it repulses her. It absolutely repulses her. How can wearing a seatbelt offend you that much? Maybe she has like mental issues or something. Actually, why is she holding her glass like that? Like, look at her technique. This, okay, she definitely has some sort of mental issue. Another ick, a brain splattered across the windscreen after a head-on collision. Okay, yeah, exactly. Would you rather, okay, what ick is worse? Having the brain splattered across the windscreen or the person wearing a seatbelt?
What's your biggest ick in a guy?
Like when they. No. Okay.
Say it. Say
No.
it. Run it.
That was so mean. I was gonna say if they're like really nice, it's such an ick.
So what are we meant to do? Are we just meant to call our girlfriends a bunch of racial slurs? Is that what we're gonna do? How do you find being really nice, like, unattractive? Like, do you find being mean attractive? Like, do you want us to beat the shit? And why does she hesitate to say it? So she says, oh, no, I'm not gonna say. But then she says it. Like, I thought she was gonna say something, like, really messed up. But this is just confusing. This just does not make sense at all. But maybe I can understand when it's like you know, like, the really nice people. Like, to the point where it's, like, it's very obvious that they're being fake nice. Like, where they're always complimenting you, doing all that stuff. Okay, yeah, maybe that's a little bit cringe, being really nice, but like being like nice naturally, that's not an ick. Like it's just an act of kindness, you know? And so perhaps she just wants people to sort of have a bit of a balance. Like instead of being like all like 100% nice and being so like cringy and like clingy and all that, maybe she just wants someone who's like nice like half of the time and then calls her a racial slur every like maybe 2 or 3 days or something. But then now that I think about it, if there was like a girl who was like extremely like overly nice to me, like abnormally nice, like to the point where it's like I'm getting a little bit creeped out, that would be like low-key a bit of an ick. Like being like too nice. So like I can understand this perspective.
What is the biggest turn off?
Guys under 6 foot. I don't know, just grow taller, honestly.
Okay, I feel like attacking something that guys can't control, that's a little bit low. Like, people can't control how tall they are. It's all genetic. It's mainly genetic. But why are people so obsessed with people being like above like 6 feet? Like, does 6 feet tall mean like guaranteed 6-inch dingling or something? And she says, I don't know, just grow taller. Like, bruh, like we can't control that. We literally cannot control that unless we take like growth hormones or something like that. But I don't get how like a woman will like refuse to date someone purely because of their height. Like, they could be like the nicest person in the world, all that, but like they just don't meet the height requirement. Like maybe we should start making it a weight requirement for women. Like they have to be less than 50 kilograms or something.